You never want to see a player go down with an injury, but McCoy's injury has kind of opened up a little bit more time for you to work into that spot. How do you feel you have seized that opportunity at this point, and how do you think you're playing at this age?
First of all, tough loss, losing Joe McCoy. I was excited to learn from him. Really experienced guy. At this point right now, I'm just focusing on, taking my team reps and taking advantage of this opportunity.
What did you work on in the offseason specifically to get ready to improve coming into your second season?
I took a couple months out of the off season to really lock in and focus on my meal plan and focus on my weightlifting and working out. With facilities being closed, it was a little bit tougher, but I was able to get it done and come into camp in shape.
Here's what's Jim Penfield been like working with him so far?
I like him, Coach Nolan, Coach McCarthy. I think they're doing an outstanding job. Coach Thompson coaching me up with this new scheme. I think I fit well in it, and I'm excited.
Is he any bit like Rod Marinelli, or is he completely different?
There's some similarities.
Which part of your game do you feel like? Which part of your game do you feel like you've taken the biggest jump from your rookie year?
Consistency.
You talked about the position switch. Did Everson give you anything so you can make your position move, your number switch? I'm sorry, your jersey switch.
I saw a number that I liked, and it was available, so I took it.
Kirsten, how much did you view the coaching change as a fresh start for you?
Say it one more time.
How much did you view the coaching change and the new coaching regime as a fresh start for you?
Yeah, I saw it as a fresh start.
Why? How?
There's new people in the building. There's new coaches. I have a new coach. I got a new head coach. I got a new defensive coordinator.
Oh, bless his heart.
He talked about what he's doing to try and get to know y'all better, and he mentioned that y'all played Jeopardy on Tuesday night.
Okay, I think I've heard enough.
Yeah, it was fun.
Can y'all hear this and see this? I'm trying this for the first time,
It was fun.
and I just wanted to know if y'all can hear this and see this. First of all, thank y'all for joining me today. This is going to be a real quick stream. I just wanted to kind of touch on three things today. Let me just end this because it's cringing. That's what the title said. Let me show y'all this title real quick. It said Dallas Cowboys Tristan Hill gives cringe-worthy press interview. I see why now. I didn't understand that at first, but I see why they said that because, oh my Jesus. Oh man. I wanted to touch on Tristan Hill. I wanted to touch on let me go to Tyron Smith real quick. I want to touch on Tyron Smith. And let me get back out of this. Share screen. All right, I wanted to touch on. Let me go ahead and touch on Tristan Hill first, if you guys don't mind. But let me shout out to my people real quick that's in the comment section. Let's see. Let's say time. Sure, audio. Just a second, guys. Just bear with me. Okay. All right. Let me shout out to my people, man. First name, last name. He said, "Oh my gosh, no! Don't bring Earl Thomas thing up again, bro. Let it die." Hey, it's not me. It's them. I just kind of wanted to talk about it a little bit. G Gang, what's up? The Lunatic, what's up? Q Childs, my boy, what's up? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Big D's 83, what's up? Donnell Jenkins, did he at least get cut before people start talking. I hear you, bro. Let me get there. I'm going to get there. Again, yes. I said the same thing. Sports Guru, what's up? Yeah, they're saying Earl Thomas' future remains unclear after the practice fight. Yep, let me get there. See, you're getting ahead of me. Stream over. He just ended the stream right there. T Hill won. We don't lay conversation. Just stop it around the pressure. Keep it. Exactly. I agree. Sports Guru, they might want him out. Devontae Griffin, what's up? I feel like this Earl Thomas situation is going to be like last year. Me too. I really do. The ball players committee used the words conduct detrimental to the team. That does not sound good. Yeah, he needs 1980. What's up? Lovell, what's up? Nelson, what's up? We can hear it and see it. Okay, appreciate it. I'm glad because I'm doing this I'm trying this out for the first time. Trying to do like little videos and add, news and things. He's horrible. Interview him. Yeah, he is. He's a young guy. He's a young guy. He has no experience in it. When you don't play, when you don't ball, like Deion say, when you don't ball, you don't get the call. So last year he was a bust. Let's go ahead and talk about Tristan Hill first. Let me get this Tyron Smith crap up off of here. Let's see. Let's talk about Tristan Hill first. Tristan Hill, guys, was a bust last season. We all know. Didn't get that much playing time. He had a lot of ups and downs, more downs than ups last season. He fell asleep during, team meetings. Just wasn't showing a lot of initiative, wasn't getting a lot of playing time. We just felt that he was going to be like another Taco, Let's see. Just a second. Tristan Hill. Stats. All right, guys. All right. I don't know if y'all can see this. Can y'all see this? Healthy and active for 9 games. He's still asleep in me. Y'all crazy. Hey, appreciate y'all joining me. Emmett, what's up, bro? Yeah, he didn't play. Nah, he didn't at all. Last year, he only had, let me bring it up real quick. So y'all can see. Last year, as you can see, he only had five combined tackles, 1 assisted, and that's it. He didn't play that much, obviously. And let me give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's young. He was a rookie last year. He didn't get a lot of playing time. Everybody, there's no mystery behind what I'm saying. What you see right here, what I'm saying. There's no mystery behind Tristan Hill, guys. He's a newbie. He's still damn near still like a rookie to me. But there is a but to this. There is a but. He's having a great camp. He is showing a lot of that word again, initiative. He is. This is pretty much a freestyle live stream, guys. I'm just kind of going off a wing and a prayer here. I'm trying this new thing out, and so y'all bear with me or whatever. But he is really showing good initiative, guys. He's showing a strong work ethic, and he's doing a damn thing this camp. And with I don't want to say with the help of an injury, but that's how young guys like that are able to come up with somebody else going down. McCoy is out for the season. You all know the Dallas Cowboys cut him because of business contract reasoning. He'll still get the $3 million, but if they didn't cut him, he would have got $5.3 million or something like that. So the best thing for them to do was to cut Gerald McCoy, and maybe talks of if he heals up good, maybe they still want to talk to him about coming back next season, which probably won't happen. But we'll see. But Tristan Hill, guys, is having a great camp, and things look good. And camp can only go so far. Y'all know the video I made the other day about training camp, how I felt about training camp and how I'm getting tired of training camp. because once again, you're playing against yourself, you're playing against your teammates, and which is a good thing. Practice makes perfect. I'm not knocking camp, and I'm not knocking practice, because practice does make perfect, and repetition and getting those reps in makes you better as an athlete, as a player on the field when game time comes. But Tristan Hill has stepped up, and he has done a lot of good things in camp. Yeah, he's. I'm glad, because it's good to have that depth as well. Let me see if I can find anything about Tristan Hill. Let's see. News. Y'all bear with me here. I don't think that's anything. You know what? Never mind. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Well, Montana 808. What's up, big dog? We should bring him back. Earl Thomas. Okay. Let me go ahead. Okay. Tyron Smith first. Before I get to Earl Thomas, Tyron Smith first. Y'all know that, heard it through the grapevine, that the Dallas Cowboys could possibly, nothing set in stone yet, but they could be possibly restructuring Tyron Smith's contract. Let me bring up the article real quick. Let's see. I already got it on here, I think. No, I don't. Go back.
What can you expect?
Don't want that. Tyron Smith. Smith News. Here we go, right here. All right, guys. What the reconstruction of Tyron Smith's contract means for the Cowboys. Are the Cowboys setting the table for a personal move? That's a good question. A lot of times when they reconstruct guys' contracts, the older veterans, that means they're trying to bring somebody else in that they need. The front office of the Dallas Cowboys have just freed up cap space by converting some of Tyron Smith's 2020 base salary into bonus money entering the season. Smith had a $10 million base salary at the total cap hit of $13.5 million prior to his restructure. The 29-year-old left tackle only had $5.2 million left from previous restructures that is yet to be accounted for. That money would have come off the books after the 2021 season, meaning Smith's final 2 years of his contract would have been free of restructured money and come with no dead money hit should the Cowboys suddenly decide to part ways with him. Wow. Okay. All that has changed now as the Cowboys are shifting some money around and have now converted $8.9 million of this year's base salary. So they're kind of moving money around to open up space pretty much to spread out across the final 4 years of his contract. It will add another $2,225,000 to his cap hit for the next 3 years. But it frees up $6,675,000 worth of space for the team this season. So there you go right there. This is the second instance this year that they've reconstructed one of their tackles. While some expected DeMarcus Lawrence or Zach Martin to be a prime restructure candidate this offseason, the Cowboy instead opted to go with Lyle Collins. The team converted $5 million of his base salary into bonus money back in March. So they went ahead and gave him that money to free up. That's all they're doing pretty much. It's not set in stone just yet, but why didn't it come up? And I wanted y'all to see that too. Oh well. It's not set in stone just yet, man. But yeah, that contract could be possibly coming. Yeah, that makes sense. Earl Thomas, Who knows? And I'm not going to get my hopes set up for Earl Thomas. I'm really not. Like someone said earlier in the comment section, what's up, guys? They said that it could be the same thing that happened last year. You know, it sounds good. Once again, it sounds good. Usually the Cowboys do reconstruct, you know, contracts to bring somebody else in, but we'll see. You know, you just never know. We could use an Earl Thomas. Let me look up his stats real quick. Let me see what's going on with Earl. Share screen. How did he do last year? Let's see. Earl Thomas. Oops. Yeah. All right, let's see. Okay, all right. Now let me see if I can share that. Here we go. Now y'all can see it. All right, here we go. All right, can y'all see that? All right, 2019, Earl Thomas had 49 combined tackles, 17 assisted, two sacks, 2 interceptions, 38 total yards and interception yards. We all know Earl Thomas's resume. He's one of the best safeties in the league. We were trying to get Earl Thomas a year or two ago, and it just didn't work out. Dallas Cowboys, I've always said this, and I'm still going to say this, even though it's brought up, it's resurfaced again. Jap the President, what's up, man? I don't believe Dallas Cowboys they don't put too much stock into safety, into secondary guys. They haven't done that in a long time, since Carr, since, you know, Dion back in the day. They just haven't. They rely on their front seven to do all the work in the trenches. So whoever they have in secondary has an easier job, and they don't have to pay them. You get what I'm saying? They can't pay everybody. Everybody can't get paid. Everybody can't be a superstar. But Earl Thomas is a ball hawk. You can see his stats right here. He's got a total of interceptions. He got a total of 30 in his career. He's been in the league since 2010 and been with the Legion of Boom, 2010 through 2018, and with the Ravens last year. He desperately wanted to be a Cowboy. Y'all know that. He is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. He's the perfect fit for Mike Nolan's defense. Mike Nolan says, he still says it in interviews recently. I love being around. I love for my defense to be around the ball. I love ball hawks. We make plays on defense to give the offense a second chance. And I live by that, and I die by that too. You know, Earl Thomas's best year interception wise looks like 2015. He had 5. 2 sacks in his career, which he got with the Ravens. Tackles was 2013. He had 105 combined tackles. So he's no stranger to being around the ball. We know this. He had the leg injury, you know, back at the broken leg or something like that about 2 or 3 years ago. So I don't know. Like I say, I don't know. It's in the air. Earl has Super Bowl talent, though. It's in the air. You know, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not getting my hopes up, guys, for Earl Thomas again. It's just news. This is just what I'm hearing and what I'm reading, and I'm just kind of presenting it to y'all. It's still preseason, guys. I went over, what was that? It was either Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. I made a video, and I pointed out the highlights, the highlighted people, highlighted players of camp. And Alden Smith is having a good camp. D-Law is having a great camp. Alden Smith has been working as a starter at defensive end and having a great camp. He's one of the standout. Even Jerry Jones himself has has said and written about it. D-Law is having a good camp, dominating, facing backups at times, 3 sacks total in camp. Francis Bernard, the linebacker, has 2 interceptions, most in camp this year. Doing everything he can to make the team. Anthony Brown, let's talk about Anthony Brown, around the ball, making plays, 1 interception, pass breakups, forced fumbles, wants to be a starter on the outside. He doesn't want to play nickel DB anymore. He wants to be a starter. Linebacker Lewis is having an average. I said linebacker. Cornerback Jordan Lewis having an average camp. That's because of Anthony Brown's so-called success. He's getting a lot of reps at nickel, so he's probably going to be able, back at the nickel DB. We were all hoping that Jordan Lewis would be an outside corner because I thought he was a lot more physical than Anthony Brown. But what they're saying about Anthony Brown this year in camp is, pretty good. I'm glad. CeeDee Lamb, there's, no mystery behind CeeDee Lamb's having a great camp, going to make a major impact in the NFL. High expectations as well. One-handed catches, doing it all. It seems like looking at his highlights and looking at things, it seems like he's been in the league for like 2 or 3 years. So it seems like he knows what he's doing. I believe that CeeDee Lamb will be a superstar in this league. He has the potential of being that. Potential. NFL is a potential league. And I'm going to get there. Just wait a minute. Dak Prescott, Coach McCarthy had an interview the other day, said Dak Prescott is only one word to describe him. He's a natural. He has great leadership, very poised in the pocket. He's very impressed with Dak Prescott's work ethic and his leadership and on and off the field, and how the players and the receivers gravitate towards him, and just doing everything right. Just a lot of good things. Everything sounds good on paper. This is paper right here. It sounds good. It looks good. Even not just on paper, even the highlights, the videos. It sounds really, really good. But we got to remember one thing. I think we get, and I said this earlier, I said this a couple of days ago in my video. Everson Griffin, I think he is practicing. That's a good question. I got to look that up. I don't know. I don't know if he's practicing or not. I know he was on the sideline working on the playbook and things like that, but I don't know if he's practicing yet. But I think we get a little excited about training camp because of the simple fact of we're happy football is finally around, especially going through COVID-19, not being able to do anything or go anywhere without your mask. And just having a break from reality. Football is reality. It's as real as a sport can get. But it's the greatest sport of all time. It's the greatest sport ever. And it'll actually get you away from what's going on in the real world. And we all kind of need football right now. College football has been canceled. Most of the conferences have been canceled. So they're probably going to just cancel everything. Safer options, less history. Good for practicing. But like I was saying, these are the highlights that you're seeing are in camp. And I don't have anything against camp. But me personally, I'm tired of it. And I know it has to exist because they got to get ready for the regular season. This is the best way to do it. There's no getting around camp. I understand that. It's the part of the system. That's just like back in high school and college, we had 2-a-days and we had camps too, and they have to exist. They have to take place in order to get your body ready. But you got to remember, me having that experience on different levels, it's easy for you to make good plays against your teammates because you're going about 90, you're going about 85% speed. They're doing just enough to not hurt anybody. You get what I'm saying? Because players tend to get hurt a lot during camp. And they're wrapping up, but they're not tackling. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot different than playing against another teammate. Bring the New York Giants in here to one of the camps. Bring the Houston Texans in here to one of the camps. I bet you $5 a fight will break out because it's a lot more competitive then. See, it's competitive now. The nature of the game is competitive now, going against each other, showing the coaches and, trying to build your resume. So you can, a lot of players trying to make this team, a lot of players are trying to prove a point. A lot of players are trying to get back in the rhythm of their veteran career, but it's a lot different when you're going against it. Can these guys do this against other teams? Can Aldon Smith make this happen? Being gone 5 years, he's having a great camp, but can he do this come week 1? You get what I'm saying? Can D Law get those 3 sacks against other teams week 1 against the LA Rams? Because they're waiting. You get what I'm saying? Can Francis Bernard, if he makes the team, get those 2 interceptions week 1, against the LA Rams? Can Anthony Brown be a starting physical outside corner that they're claiming that he is, being around the ball, making plays, 1 interception, pass breakups, forced fumbles? Can he do this against the LA Rams, against other teams, period? Week 1, week 2, week 3, whatever. That's what I want to see. It looks good. Jordan Lewis, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Tristan Hill. Everybody's having a great camp, it seems like. You get what I'm saying? But can these guys do this when it comes down to, that's what I'm getting tired of. I've been watching this game for 40 years. You get what I'm saying? And I've seen a lot. I've seen so much. I've seen so many athletes. I've seen so many D Laws. I've seen so many Tristan Hills. I've seen so many Anthony Browns. I've seen CeeDee Lambs, and I know it's a new era, new decade, new generation of athlete now. But the players are different, but the game don't change. The game is the same except the rules. It's a lot more sissified now. But referees throwing flags for just looking at quarterbacks now. So, but yeah, you're right. But Brennan, we do need to stay healthy. Brown is an underrated corner. Brown has been inconsistent for me. He's been really inconsistent. Let me bring up Brown's. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me Anthony Brown. All right, Anthony Brown. Okay. Stream yours, share screen. Okay. We had Anthony Brown, drafted him back in 2016. I like Anthony Brown. I really do. I like him in the nickel. 2016, let's see. He had 55 combined tackles, 15 assisted, which was pretty good for a rookie. 1 interception. Pretty good. Okay. 2017, 56 combined tackles, 9 assisted, 1 sack, 2 interceptions. 2018, 44 combined tackles, 6 assisted, 2 sacks, 1 interception. 2019, last season, he had 17 combined tackles, 6 assisted, and nothing else. All zeros straight across. And he got, those sacks come from, when you're a nickel DB, it's easy to get those sacks because you're lined up at the nickel. You're kind of on the inside. And you get to sneak in there and get that sack when the quarterback doesn't realize it. It's hard to get them, but it's easy to get them at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain. I like Anthony Brown. He's a great nickel DB. I've always liked him in the nickel. I would prefer him in the nickel and Jordan Lewis on the outside. I've always thought that. I always thought Jordan Lewis was a lot could play on the ball better than Anthony Brown in the past, up until now. See, now it's like we don't know these guys now. Because, see, we're under a new regime. We're under new coaching staff, new parents in town, new teachers at the school. So when you have a new teacher, their teaching strategy, their curriculum is different. So the player that was failing last year, because I remember once upon a time, I was in algebra, and the teacher that was teaching at first, I had a hard time. I was barely passing. And, I was playing football, so I had to stay on the team. So I was doing the best I could to pass. And I just couldn't get it. I wanted to have at least a B average. And that teacher retired. And a new young innovative teacher came in. Her name was Coach Ashley. She was our girls volleyball coach. She came in. She taught it a different way. And she put it on paper a different way. She put it on the board a different way. And I was able to break down and transpose and see what to do with numbers and add them here, multiply them there. I was able to do different things because she was showing that. You get what I'm saying? The other teacher didn't have that go that extra mile to show me. They wanted to tell you how to do something, but she didn't. The first teacher didn't show me, didn't break it down. Everybody's different. Every child is different out there in the classroom or out there on the field. Everybody learns differently. Nobody's the same. Just because they're in the NFL, just because they play college ball, don't mean they learn the same. Different coaches have different impacts on a certain particular student. And it's now you got Anthony Brown in training camp making plays, looking back at the ball. Obviously, he's got to be, to get those interceptions, he's got to be looking back at the ball. You get what I'm saying? Or they could be tipped interceptions. Who knows? But they're playing on the ball now. They're doing it a lot different. Look at Tristan Hill. He feels great. You can tell, even though that was a boring interview, you could tell he's a little bit more confident than he was last year because he's getting those reps. He's getting the opportunity. He just said it himself. You got new coaching staff in here, and he's showing a lot more initiative. He's doing what he has to do to make a name for himself on this team to help this defense. Because Gerald McCoy going down, that was a blow because we all thought that we was going to have this defensive line. 2-time Pro Bowler, D-Law, 6-time Pro Bowler, Gerald McCoy, 2-time Pro Bowler, first-round pick, Dontari Poe, and 4-time Pro Bowler who we just signed from Minnesota, Everson Griffin, who can play pretty much everything, who ran a 4.4 40 as a defensive end coming in to the NFL, and I saw him play special teams, and he was a 4th-round draft pick. He was one of those guys that kind of fell, like, why y'all didn't see this guy, So I seen highlights of Everson Griffin playing special teams, making tackles on special teams, guys. I've seen him going back in coverage, acting like he was going to blitz, but rush the QB, and he goes in the flats and gets tip balls and interceptions and stuff like that. So that's a big addition to this. That we haven't had a guy like that. Like, seriously. I don't remember D-Law playing special teams and going back and getting interceptions. D-Law is just a rush defensive end. That's his specialty. Now, I'm no offense against D-Law, but he should have had more sacks last year. But anyway, like going back to what I was saying, all these guys are feeling pretty good. You could tell. You can smell it in the air because when you have a new coaching staff, new teachers that can show you the problem, the equation a different way, and you're like, damn. And I remember when that teacher was she told me to come up to the front and do this problem. I was nervous as a cat, but I was doing it, and I was doing it so well that I was damn near preaching it. Oh, you add this number, you carry the 2 and you transpose the 5 down, and then you do this and do that. And the class was like, oh, everybody was clapping for me because I was having such a hard time with it, with the previous teacher. And when she came in, and that's what this team needed. we were so robotic all these years with not only Jason Garrett, but just that coaching staff in general, with Marinelli and, you know what I'm saying, Linehan and, you know, Chris Rashad, you know, just crazy, man. Even the special teams is looking good. You know, Bones out there coaching the special teams, man. So it's just a makeover, a fresh start that this team needed, and these guys and the players are reacting to it. They're reacting to it, and they look like they're having fun. They interviewed Amari Cooper, and they asked him, you know, how he felt about all three players, you know, getting over 1,000 yards and receiving, and who's the most competitive and stuff like that. Amari Cooper said, "Man, you know what? We're not trying to compete with each other. Obviously, we're competing with the secondary, the cornerbacks, and the safeties, but we're not competing against each other, man. We're having fun, and we're learning, and we are doing what we're supposed to do to make sure we have a positive season next year. We don't want to take anything away from anybody, but we do plan on, you know, getting a lot of yards and helping this offense, helping this team win some ball games. Will that take away from Zeke? Who knows? If they decide to all get over 1,000 yards and the tight end gets 400, 500, maybe 600 yards, Blake Jarwin, still got Blake Jarwin. That's another weapon right there. You see what I'm saying? So there's no excuse. Ezekiel Elliott, let me move to him. I still would like to see him get at least 1,400 yards. I think he was top 5 last year. He still, you know, even though he didn't have a good of a season, he still had over 1,300 yards. So, which was pretty good. But let me get to y'all's comments, man. I've been running my mouth enough. Let me go back a little bit. Oh, yeah, we're all seeing these. Thomas, the Cowboys. That's 25. You suck, though. Montano 808. Jordan can't get to the outside, though. I'm sorry. I've watched him his whole career. He will get tricked. You mean Jordan Lewis? Thomas is still a great safety. I think so, too. I think he's a great safety. I still think he can make something. Is there room for Thomas? Do we need him? You get what I'm saying? Should we just go if our coaching staff, if our coaching staff is as good as they say, is as good as everybody's, including myself, say they are, do we need an Earl Thomas? Can this defensive coaching staff coach our young secondary to be a Legion of Boom without Earl Thomas? Could that be possible? And that's another thing you got to think about. You know, now Earl Thomas's name is floating back up. Here we go again with Earl Thomas with the safety position. You know, who was our? I don't know what I did with that. We got a young secondary. Let's go. Let me take this down. Let's go to y'all bear with me real quick. Once again, y'all know me. Dallas Cowboy roster. Is this it right here? No. I need the depth chart. Here we go. Here we go. All right, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking with some grits, y'all. Sorry about that. All right, here's the depth chart, guys. As of now. As of right now, this is the depth chart. And can you guys see this? Both sides. All right, let's see. Let me go back to it. Okay, here's the depth chart, guys. Secondary. Anthony Brown? Okay, they got This is what they got. Now, I don't know how accurate this is, but this is what they have right here. They got Anthony Brown starting at the left corner. Xavier Woods at safety. Clinton Dix at the other safety. Cheeto Awuzie at the right corner. Nickel DB, they got Jordan Lewis, which is a good nickel DB too. I would rather see Jordan Lewis at the left corner, and that could possibly happen. We still got time. And Anthony Brown at the nickel. But it is what it is. But we still got some depth in the secondary too. We got a very young secondary with the exception of Clinton Dix. Cheetos has a little bit of experience, and Jordan Lewis has, Anthony Brown has, but they're still all kind of young. Trayvon Diggs is still in the works. Darian Thompson, Reggie Robinson II, which I thought was which I thought him and Trayvon Diggs was kind of neck and neck at talent-wise. CJ Goodwin, Chris Westry, Donovan Wilson, Darian Thompson, Kirk Luther, Darrell Worley. We got a lot of depth in the secondary. A lot of these guys won't make the team. They'll be practice guys or cut, But let's see. AB all day. Anthony Brown all day? Depth wins in COVID era, right? We need Tom. We need Thomas? You think so? I don't think we need him. Thomas is a great safety. He's a playmaking safety. I get it. But I don't think we need him. With this depth chart right here, I don't think we need him. I don't think we need him. I think we can go with what we got. I'm serious. With our front seven, which what we based our defense off of, our front seven, and with Anthony Brown, I don't know about Cheeto. I got to see. They said Cheeto's having a pretty good camp too, but I'm still a little iffy about Cheeto, man. He's had too many. I was so disappointed in him, man, up until now. I won't be mad if we got Earl Thomas. I won't be. That'll change. He'd have to adjust to our defense, but you will see a lot of we're running a hybrid 3-4, 4-3 defense this year with Mike Nolan. And if we get Earl Thomas, obviously he's going to play strong safety. And he's going to play up. They're going to play him up. They're going to play him up on the Boys for Life in the house. What's up, man? You think they restructured? Damn, I can't talk. Read. You think they restructured Smith's contract to have more money to roll over in case the salary cap gets smaller next? That's a good question. That's a real good question. That's a possibility. Who knows? They haven't done it yet, but they're thinking about doing it. Who knows what they're going to do? They could be doing it now. They're already moving money. They've already moved money this year, base salary money, so they could make something happen. Maybe they're trying to make a move. Maybe it could be Earl Thomas. Maybe it could be somebody else. Maybe bring in another defensive tackle, Snacks, somebody. Who knows what they're going to do. Earl Thomas is technically still a Baltimore Raven, but he wants out, and his contract is up. And they're thinking about, trading him or releasing him. So let me, matter of fact, let me pull that up. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me pull that up. Earl Thomas. Let's see. Ravens Earl Thomas sent home after fight and team leaders prefer safety no longer be around. Wow. Wow. Are you kidding me? Wow. The Baltimore Ravens. Can y'all see this?
Hey, pineapple.
Okay,
You know what would be fun?
What? Let me turn this off. Yeah. Okay. All right. The Baltimore Ravens sent safety Earl Thomas home Friday after an alleged fight with safety teammate Chuck Clark. According to NFL's media, Tom Pelissero add that Thomas was not on the field Saturday morning for practice. The instigating factor for the disagreement is unknown. Let's see. Adding the decision organization team. I'm trying to skip out. I don't want to read every goddamn. Coach John Harbaugh addressed the issue after practice on Friday and sent a message to his team that their focus needs to be on the upcoming season. I don't know. This is what Jim Harbaugh said. I don't know exactly what happened at the end of practice. I just came off the field and came in here. So we'll find out the details. Harbaugh said, and tempers are going to flare. Exactly, it's training camp. Tempers are going to flare. Everybody wants to be. It's a real competitive time right now. Everybody wants to play. Egos. Yada yada yada. So technically, he's still a Baltimore Raven. He's still a Baltimore Raven, and so he's got to get released first. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. He's got to. Hey, boys. Hey, I forgot to do. Make sure y'all check out Boys for Life, man. He's a Dallas Cowboy content creator himself. So make sure y'all show him some love, man. Go subscribe to him. But he has to be released first. That's the. So before we get our head on, so that's why it's going to be the same thing. We don't know. Somebody else can pick him up. Who knows? It sounds good. You got the articles. Dallas Cowboy News. They're talking about, could the Dallas Cowboys finally land Earl Thomas? Yada yada yada. It sounds good. It looks good on paper. Everybody's looking for Dallas Cowboys to get a big time secondary guy, and on the team. And he's perfect for that, So we'll see. But I think we're good, man. I don't want him. I don't want him. If this guy's been in the league since 2010 and you're still getting into fights with guys, I get the intensity of practice. I really do. But there comes a time where you got to kind of grow up a little bit. And you're a starter. You're going to play. Nobody's going to come in. You're the best, arguably the best safety in the league, But there comes a time when you got to grow up, man, and just focus on football, focus on the season. Y'all got a pretty good team. Baltimore has a pretty good team. They have a MVP quarterback and with Jackson, so I I don't see why. But if they don't want him back, there's nothing I can do about that. He still wants to be a Cowboy. He still actually lives here in Dallas and still wants to be closer to his family, So I don't know. That's it sounds good right now, It sounds good right now, man. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say about the Earl Thomas thing. It sounds good right now. He's going to Dallas. Why would Ravens send him home? I don't know. It could be a discipline thing, Let me get this off of here. Yeah, let's see. My man, glad you back. One of the most legit cow. Look at you, man. What's up, man? Appreciate it, man. Keywords in article. Players saying conduct. Yeah, exactly. You guys think we could also use Andy Dalton in trick plays? The only way Andy Dalton is going to play, quarterbacks, you don't alternate unless you're winning by 100 or you're winning by 100 or somebody gets hurt. Dak Prescott's really durable. He doesn't have a history of injury. He almost had a concussion. Was that last year when he tried to slide and we were going against the Redskins? But they don't do that. They don't do the quarterback in and out thing, unless we're winning by 100 points and, get some reps in. Okay, whatever. See, my understanding is Thomas messed up on a play and he was talking about the play with a teammate. Then it got heated. Wow. Okay, well, we'll see. We'll see. It happens. A lot of players don't agree with coaches' methods and or training or coaching. scheme or style. And they, a lot of guys that's been around for a long time, played with one of the best defenses, the Legion of Boom in history. I guess I can go ahead and say that. I hate to say that, but I can go ahead and say that. One of the best secondary. They tend to go somewhere else and they think they know more. Oh, well, I'm making this money. I'm making this much money. I'm the best guy you got on defense, and maybe we should run it like this. Guys get big-headed, and the young guys come in and they try to teach them, and tempers flare. It's training camp, and that's when you see your most fights and stuff like that. So, do you like Aaron Rodgers? Personally, I can't say I don't like him because I don't know him. I don't know him on a personal level. I can't say I don't like somebody that I don't know. On the field, yeah, I can't stand him. He's been a thorn in our ass for years. He's been a reason why we haven't got to the next level in the playoffs for a long time. Every time he's came to Jerry's world, he's gotten his way. And our defense has allowed him to get his way. That's what we're working on. That's what we're trying to stop. Defense wins championships. Offense gets the glory, but defense wins the game. Our defense, our lack of, and you can put anything behind that when you're talking about the defense. You can talk about coaching, personnel, whatever, coverage schemes, vanilla, robotic, anything is the reason why we haven't been successful. I blame the defense a lot. Not having a good defense doesn't give your offense ample of enough opportunities to make things happen and get in the end zone. Let's see what else. Rodgers is great. He never had good receiver. He's a good quarterback. I give it to him. He's a good, calm, poised quarterback. He's when things get tough, he doesn't flinch. I give him that. He has nerves of steel. He's a little arrogant and cocky, but you have to be great in this league, I guess, especially a quarterback. So, and he had a lot of time to work behind Brett Favre, you know what I'm saying? So, question, who do you think will be our starting O-line? Okay, back to our depth chart. Okay, right now we got Tyron Smith, Connor Williams, Joe Looney at center, Connor Williams at left guard, Tyron Smith at left tackle, Joe Looney at center, Zach Martin, Lyle Collins. Okay, I like Lyle Collins at right tackle. I like Zach Martin at right guard. I like Tyron Smith at left tackle. The center and the left guard is kind of what I have a little bit of a problem with. Well, center, Joe Looney has the experience. He did once again, I've said this a million times, he did a great job. He did a pretty good job with the absence of Travis Frederick when he first was diagnosed with the GBS syndrome. Did a really, really good job. But I've heard good things about Connor McGovern. I've heard good things about Tyler Biadasz. These guys, Tyler Biadasz, they're calling him the next Travis Fredericks. I would love to see him get some reps. I really want to see him in the blue and white game coming up. I really want to see what he's obviously backing up Joe Looney. I got a feeling Joe Looney's going to start, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Connor Williams, I'm still not sold on him. He's so undersized to me. Up until now, guys, you've seen it yourself. He's gotten pushed back. He's a good run blocker, better than he is a pass blocker. He does good things at times, but he's so inconsistent. I really would like to see him and McGovern battle. Obviously, they got him starting right now on the depth chart. McGovern backing him up. And I really would like to see him. I really like to see a position battle with those guys. But I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, man. It's kind of hard to say. I'm iffy, but everybody else is cool with me, but Connor Williams. Connor Williams is the only one that kind of I like the D-line, but what I want to see about excuse me. Is there a Pro Bowler in that secondary? That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't. It could be. There's a possibility. It could be. There could be a Pro Bowler in that secondary. That could be. It depends. It depends. Right now, up until now, no. From what we've seen until now, no, there's not. There's not a Pro Bowler in the secondary. From the coaching staff we had in previous years, defensive coaching staff, there's not a Pro Bowler in this secondary. Damn, we don't even know what number Griffin had, Everson Griffin. They got 00 by his name. I thought he was wearing 97. That's what I thought. But anyway, yeah, up until now, no. There's not one Pro Bowler. Now, I could be wrong. With this new coaching staff we got now, they could put these guys in the best opportunity, the best position to make plays on the ball and get Pro Bowl type numbers to get them into the Pro Bowl. But as of now, no. I'm not going to. There's none in there. Yeah, the secondary is what I'm worried about too. And I'm a secondary guy. Up until now. See, the only thing we can go off of is up until now. You know, and training camp don't count. To me, training camp doesn't count. Because it's what you do out on the field. That has to migrate over into the regular season. Yeah, I'm worried about him too, though. I am. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I'm not. Because I am worried about the secondary. That's the weakest link of this defense, the secondary right now. But there's always a but. You know, the season can start. We haven't seen these guys play yet under this new system. So we got to give it the benefit of the doubt. Whoever they have out there starting, let's just hope that they're in the best position to make plays and that they are practicing on playing on the ball and doing those type of drills. That's what I'm looking for. He said, why Looney, though? I know he is a good center, but how about the center we drafted? Good question. Good question. The only reason why I said Looney is because of the experience and the job that he did. Why I know what Looney can do. This is up until now, guys. We don't want to put too much. You don't want to put too much feeling into what you don't know. Because I don't know either, or however you want to put it. I don't know either. I'm talking about what I've seen in the past up until now. All these rookies in green, I haven't seen them play yet. You can make all the one-handed grabs you can make in practice and training camp, you know, and I'm talking about CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, a lot of you guys might not like it, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. You can make all the one-handed grabs you can. But I want to see those two hands is just as good as one. I'm not really big on the one-handed grabs, you know. You got to pay your dues to get those one-handed grabs, you know. I've seen a lot of guys drop one-handed grabs in the game, you know, thinking they can catch the ball one hand and they dropped it. Let's start off with two. Let's master that first. And I'm not saying he's CeeDee Lamb's a great receiver in college. The best receiver in college, pretty much. One of the best players in the draft. He was a steal. But until I see him play, when I see him play week one, and it's going to take a little bit too, not just week one. I mean, after the Rams game as well. I got to see consistency, guys. That word consistent has been neglected from the Dallas Cowboys for years. You know, we've been on games, off games, on games. We've won 3 in a row and then lost 4 in a row. Remember we lost to the Jets last year? That was embarrassing. That was an embarrassing loss. That was so embarrassing. And we all knew, we're going to win this. We're going to at least win this game to get back in, the rhythm of winning. We went out there and lost. They forced us to lose that game. So we can't have that. We can't have that. In the NFL, you're going to lose games. It happens. I would love to go undefeated, but it's the NFL. You just never know what's going to happen. Injuries or whatever, mistakes. People make mistakes. But you're going to lose games. It happens. But against the Jets, teams like that, man, there were a lot of games last year that we should have won. We should have won. And I hate the shoulda, woulda, coulda, but we got to get rid of the shoulda, woulda, couldas. This new coaching staff is designed to get rid of the shoulda, woulda, couldas. See, shoulda, woulda, couldas existed because of Garrett, because of that coaching staff we had last year. They made our personnel, bad. Let's see, any questions in the, let's see. I just saw a question. Where was it? What are my predictions for the season? I don't predict. I can't predict. That's bad luck. Come on, man. You know me better than that. No disrespect, but I don't. We got like 7 INTs already in practice and some off of that. That's good. That's good in practice. That's good. I'm glad. We should be getting INTs in practice because you're playing against your own teammates. You should be. We should have more than that. We should have more than that. We should have more INTs than that, right? Am I right? And you're going against your own teammates. You should know them by now, right? And practice against Coop, Gallup, and CeeDee Lamb is a great experience. Yeah, I think that's one of the best wide receiving tandems in the league. Could be. Has the potential of being. Let me just reword that. Let me say it like that. Have the potential of being. One-handed catches are risky. They sure are. They are. Risky as hell. What are we doing with our cap space? Don't know yet. Question 1980. What do you want to see in the team's special team? In terms of special teams, being 32nd in NFL last year cost us. Yeah, good question. Good question. Wow. I don't know yet. Good question. Go. I would love to see consistency at field goal. I would love when the field goal team unit comes out, I would love to go get a glass of water, a glass of Kool-Aid, a Gatorade, whatever. I want to not have to worry about field goals. Y'all remember last year, the year before, when we kicked the field goal, you have to really look at the screen and make sure that kicker makes the field goal. Remember that? I'm tired of that. I want to be able to walk away and look, oh, yeah, he made it. 30 yards, 40 yards should be automatic. I'm looking for consistency at field goaling. All they do is kick. I know it's easy for me to say. I've never been a kicker. It's easy for me to get up here and say, oh, make your field goals, because it's a lot different when you're out there actually doing it. You got to give respect and props to kickers because that's hard to do. You get what I'm saying? But it's the only thing that they do, so they should be a lot better at it, we would think, on the outside looking in. You get what I'm saying? So I would love to see that. I would love to see better tackling on the special teams. But you got to remember, guys, special team guys they are the crazy ones. They are the ones that barely made the team. So they probably had a hard time wrapping up. They probably had a hard time doing a lot of things. But we got Bones at coach. He has a lot of experience at special teams. He's a really good special teams coach. And I'm just hoping that he's going to turn this around. I don't know who we're going to – I think I saw CeeDee Lamb catching some kick returns and punt returns. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves with CeeDee Lamb and punt return because we don't want to get him hurt. Because that's the easiest way to get a guy like that hurt. I would stick with Pollard being back there. I like Pollard back there. And I forgot about Pollard, man. That's another weapon. Man, there's no excuse this season, man. No excuse. Dak should know the defense, right? You're right. He should. Exactly my point. He should know the defense. Exactly. And he shouldn't be throwing interceptions. It goes both ways. I guess that's what makes it competitive. Dak should know the defense, and the defense should know the offense. It goes both ways. And that's why it's so easy to get those interceptions. Or, it goes both ways. It really does. I need a Super Bowl now. Yeah, I need one too. They're playing at 50%. Yeah. Our defense is looking aggressive and non-predictable. Good. Yeah, that's what we need going into the season for sure. That's pretty much all I got for today, guys. This, like I said, it was a freestyle live stream. I was just kind of going with the flow. I was testing out the new screen sharing and all that stuff and able to look at things so y'all can see them too. But yeah, that's about it. And Tank is blowing up our backup round. Right tackle also pressuring throws properly. Yeah, D-Law is getting a really good camp. Is having a really good camp. He already has 3 sacks. So, which is good. But you got to remember he's going against second and third string guys. You get what I'm saying? So it's easy to get sacks when you – and that's the whole thing with me is I understand that we're having a great camp and everything looks good in highlights and everything looks good on paper. But I just want these guys to do this in the regular season. It seems like, these teams, when we have these camps, they look so good. Everybody looks good. But as soon as the regular season comes, it just goes away. It just disintegrates. And I'm tired of that. I don't need Earl Thomas on my defense. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree. But if y'all don't have any more questions or concerns, feel free to get them out before I go. Free Randy Gregory. Go there, your Cowboy head. I don't know if I can trust Randy, man. I really don't. People keep hyping me up. But all right, guys, let me get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all once again. Like I say, this was a generic stream. Wasn't nothing hype or crunk about it. I just kind of wanted to talk about Tristan Hill. I want to talk about Tyron Smith and his contract situation, the restructuring of it, if it happens, and why the Dallas Cowboys could be possibly doing it. It could be freeing up space for a number of reasons, personnel, bringing somebody else in here, maybe Earl Thomas, snacks, somebody, who knows. I wanted to talk about Earl Thomas too. Here we go again with the Earl Thomas BS. We'll see. He's still a Baltimore Raven, so there's no everybody pump your brakes or whatever. But guys, that's all I got for today, man. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. I don't know the next time I'll go live. It'll probably be sometime next week. I'll probably drop another video or go live, depending on what happens. But guys, make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up because you never know what the day is going to bring you. Holler back at your boy. I'm out.